Hi guys, Sunday and Boxing Day blessings. I'm just coming on to do a cheeky little tarot card and oracle review video for you all. I wasn't going to do one today, but I thought, oh, do you know what, why not? And I've had quite a lot of people reaching out to me yesterday on Christmas Day. I hope that the bulk of you had a fantastic and fabulous day for what it was. But I did have quite a few people reaching out to me saying, Mitch, I know that you're having your day, but I'm really struggling. Is there any advice? Is there any words of encouragement? So I thought I'm going to do a video because it will help you guys hopefully just have a little bit of something to hold on to, because Christmas is a strange time of year and it isn't always, you know, happy for everybody. It's a very sort of double-edged sword, isn't it? But anyway, so I thought I'll quickly come on and put something together and sort of see what we're doing. For those of you that saw my fridge, no, I don't have a hangover. I am like doing really well. I'm just plodding along. I paced myself yesterday, so it's all good in the hood. Okay, so the deck that I am coming on to review for you guys today is a new deck, and it is the Silhouette Oracle, and this is a deck that has been created and put together by Gareth Lewis, who is a well-known professional full-time medium. He does quite a lot of stage shows up and down the country. So this is the lovely deck. So what you get when you order this, you get a choice of coloured bags. You can have it in black or you can have it in purple. I've got quite a sort of for some reason I've got a bit of an obsession at the moment with black velvet, so I thought I'd go for it in black. And so this is the sort of contents of this. And as we open this up, now as you guys know, I love to sort of celebrate created decks, and this one is like a self-published deck, hence why I wanted to show it to you guys. So what you get inside, this is Gareth's business card, so some of you may be familiar with him. So you get that, and then what you also get is an introductory sort of piece. So this is sort of a little breakdown of the deck itself, a few quick sort of thing of like how you could use it in card readings, and then pretty much it's like straight into the cards themselves. So let's look at stock quality. Stock quality, these are like a medium. They're not the thickest, they're not the thinnest. I'd say that they are a medium. I would say that they're a thin medium, but they are a medium. You've got this lovely detail on the back of each card, which is nice. Good tarot size, you know, traditional sort of tarot size, so a decent sort of size, which we like. There's a couple of negatives. I don't like to sort of like pick on sort of self-published decks, but there's a few little negatives with this. The sort of the wording or the sort of the font that they've used, it's lovely because it's very elegant looking. It's quite hard to read, so like on this being quite small, I'm really having to sort of like adjust my eyes to look at that. So that could have been something that they slightly sort of did a bit different, maybe having it in a sort of like a more traditional sort of font. That's a very little sort of picky thing, I know, but it's just I'm noticing I'm having to really squint to actually sort of see it. Now, the artwork by this deck is by a friend of mine, the beautiful Lisa Coles, and she does candle wax sort of art. She does that through her mediumship as well, and that's how this deck is created. All the images are her sort of work. What I was also slightly disappointed with this deck is there's no mention of Lisa as an artist. It's all about, you know, created by Gary and everything else. Gareth and everything else, which is fabulous. But it would have been nice to just have an acknowledgement for the artist. I think that's really important with any deck, not just this one, to at least credit the artist. So that's a little bit of a naughty point deduction for me there, because I just felt would have been just nice just on the bottom of this, for instance, just to say right at the bottom maybe artwork created by Lisa Coles, just something like that, just an acknowledgement. So I thought that was a little bit naughty. But otherwise, you know, this is a lovely deck. I really like the cards, I have to say. So this is a 38 card deck, not too big, not too small, decent size. And what you've got with each card, so obviously these are the images that, as you can see, have been created by Lisa's beautiful candle wax. Very intricate, very clever. Then each card has a name at the top, and then it has an aspiration or an inspiration or like a quote. And that's how this deck works. So you could literally use this as like a card for the day, like a personal message. You could use these as readings. This is a great deck for any beginners in Oracle that want something gentle to sort of kind of go through. So for instance, this one says, well, it's got life at the top, and then at the bottom it says, don't wish your life away, it's too short and precious. So there'll be like, you know, a little piece. So this is a really, really lovely little gentle deck to work with. And then as we sort of scroll through, they're all independent, they're all unique, they're all very different from each other. You know, I love the fact that there's so much detail in the images. So from an intuitive space, you could take a lot from the image itself if you wanted to go in and study that for quite some time. And it's nice to have the sort of structure with the word and then also the key message at the bottom. So like I say, it's a very, very gentle deck. I think this is a deck that I would rate as about an 8 or a 9. It's really, really good. Had Lisa's name been mentioned, it probably would have been a 10, to be honest. I do really like this deck. I think that they've done it really, really well. So it's everything I would look for in a deck. I just really, really like it. So I probably will show you all of these cards because, you know, they are all unique and different. But the imagery, as you can see, is stunning. And it's so clever. I don't know if you've ever had sort of one of these wax readings done yourself, or if you've ever seen how they've been created, but they are very kind of clever. I've got a few different friends that do wax readings, and it's always interesting to see how different people work with the wax. So I think that's really, really lovely actually to have that. The colours are so stunning, you know, really, really beautiful. Almost look a little bit like UV in some of them. Great, great colours being used there. But like I say, it's a lovely deck to gift to somebody. If somebody wanted to sort of have a starter deck in Oracle and they didn't want anything too heavy or too overwhelming, this is a lovely little deck, and it's one that you can use to do full readings with, or you could use it. I love that one, the imagery on that one. And this next one actually. It could also just be one that you sort of use to pull a card for the day. So many uses. It's lush. It's a really, really nice deck. This is one that I would say is all sort of well-rounded deck, and it's like only about like $12.99. It's really cheap as well, because sometimes with self-published decks, they're quite expensive, but this one's a really good price. So actually, I do think on the whole it does tick a lot of the boxes, I have to say. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong way round. I mean, this one, for instance, look at that. That's very powerful. And this one. They're all, in their own way, absolutely stunning, you know. Okay, I'm going to show you the last couple, just so you can see them all. And the very last one. And that's the deck in its entirety. So simple, basic, to the point. It's not trying to be something more than it is. That's what I like with this deck. It's one of those ones where it does what it says on the tin. I love the back of this as well. I think that's really nice. So as ever, let's pick a card for this Sunday, Boxing Day, hence my Christmas jumper. I thought I'd make a bit of an effort. And a message that lies for the coming week ahead. So let's see what we need to know about. Ah, this is nice. Okay, so this was the image I said I really liked, one of the ones. Okay, so it just says kindness here. And it says, kindness has no cost and no expectations. It's just a gift to be given with love. And I think that sums up not just the energy of kindness, but the energy of what we all need to be sort of tapping into and working from very much this week and for the year ahead. That almost feels like the message to take forward into 2022. So I really, really like that. Perfect card, fabulous, awesome. So going to leave it with you. I hope you enjoyed this deck. Overall, like I say, it is fabulous. I'd say it's about an 8 or a 9. Would have been a 10 if Lisa's name was on there. Even if Lisa's name had been on the sticker, it would have been, you know, a 10. But it is a cool deck. So going to leave it